Man United have won tonight against Everton. Big result for them. Flying high. Could they finish third? Of
course they could. Of course they could finish third. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they just now 3 points behind? Yeah, of course they could. Of course they could. Aston Villa still got European football. Man United have none. They haven't got to worry about that, have they? They haven't got no distraction. The only distraction they have is pretty much weekend to weekend and which days they can have off. That's the only thing he's got to worry about. I mean, I've got to say, Carrick's done a brilliant job, but he's in a
get the job.
Well, maybe. Yeah, I mean, we'll have that
conversation. Hold on. You were very.
No. I don't think we should be talking. I don't think we should be talking about that now. I don't think that conversation.
No, I'm not talking about now, but I'm talking about could he get the job? I think they're the best performing team in the country.
Yeah, and that what he's done remarkable. By the way, their keeper Lemons tonight, he was outrageously good. But Tom Maguire, back to prime Maguire. Like going back 4 years ago, that big slab head on everything.
Yeah,
I mean, look, they had a go, Everton, but the reality is, the truth is, they never really looked like they laid a glove on them properly.
Not really.
There was that one keen shot from distance second half where he pulls off a brilliant save. Other than that, they had them at arm's length.
Yeah.
Didn't they? They looked comfortable.
Great Man United tonight, but they
done
the job.
And the goal, Ada talking about worth £200 million goal from that pass from Cunha. You might not see a better pass
It was a great ball.
all season. It's just a brilliantly weighted pass on the
good players, though.
And you got Sesko striding out from the halfway line, showing Tarkowski a clean pair of heels.
He left Tarkowski dead.
Yeah, it was a long way, man. Half a pitch.
Yeah, I know.
He's opened his legs up.
Yeah, he was gone. Good goal. Fair play.
Nice finish. Had to compose himself.
Yeah, looking good.
Yeah, good. Well done, United. They're in pole position to finish inside the top four, I think.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be fight out for the two bald men fighting out for a comb, Chelsea and Liverpool. Two sides that really at the minute don't look good enough to finish there, but one looks like they will. In all honesty,
Aston Villa need to be careful.
I think Villa will. Maybe you're right. But I think the top four as is now will be the top four as it ends. But then you don't know whether Villa are going to finish third or fourth. I don't know whether Chelsea are good enough and Liverpool are good enough to put some results together. Neither look great at the weekend. But Liverpool got to win.
All right, let's go to Reese. He's a Man United fan. All right, Reese?
All right, Reese.
All right, lads.
All right, matey.
Well, I believe that Man United could win the league this season.
What? Do you?
Yeah. Did you watch the match tonight?
Say again?
Did you watch the match tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course we did. We've just been talking about it.
See the way they're stringing it about in midfield?
Yeah. Did you watch Arsenal at the weekend?
They were all right.
They're all right. They battered Tottenham. They're 13 points above you.
Yeah. Have you seen our fixture list?
No, you're more than welcome to say what you want, Reece.
You can't be serious, mate. No, sorry, you can't be serious about this call right now.
I think that Michael Carrick plays more exciting and better football than Alex Ferguson ever did.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
You don't even remember Sir Alex Ferguson.
No, I did watch it growing up.
Right. Okay. No, I get why you get excited, Reece. But come on, matey, behave yourself. Being silly.
No, I think we can do it, and we'll give it a shot. Maybe 3 points off, but
look, I think if you finish third, that's a remarkable achievement from where we came in, and I think you're more than capable of doing that. I don't know whether you're going to be good enough. I mean, unless one of them has a drastic fall off from grace, Arsenal City, which I don't see. I can't see. They're not both. You're not going to catch both.
Well, Arsenal made it glass, so you know what happened to them by the end of the season.
Yeah, but there's 13 points. That's a lot to catch up, Reece. I think you probably know you're being a bit silly, don't you?
A
little bit.
I think we can do it.
Think you can do it?
Well,
okay.
Yeah, well, you're living in cuckoo land. I'm going to go to Anthony, who's a Man United fan. Anthony.
All right, Ant.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
Ant. I think you should get the job full time.
Here we go. Have you not learned, honestly? Why are you saying it now?
I just, I think the performances have got better, obviously.
Why do you need to phone up before the beginning of March and say this?
Because I just think it needs to be done, personally, and they need to stop faffing about and get somebody in who knows the job because he's learnt from the best.
He's going to be here.
Goodbye.
He's
Thank you.
He's going to. Has he gone?
He's gone.
But for anyone that thinks that, just process this. Carrick is going to be there come the end of the season.
Yeah.
Okay? There is nothing is going to change there. He's signed that contract. He's going to stay. He's loving his time there. The players are loving it. Fans are loving it. I don't think this conversation on the 3rd of March, February.
No, I don't think it's a
Doesn't need to be-
conversation. Well, it's a conversation that you're going to have, but it's not a conversation that needs to be addressed. You know, you can have a look at it at the end of the season in terms of where they finish.
Yeah, and what we're seeing right now,
I think
things are rosy.
if it carries on the way he's performing, I think he should get the job. I think he's got a decent backroom staff.
Then we have that conversation.
He's a good manager. He's performing well. Players enjoying it. Why not? You know, why
learn
not?
from the Ollie experiment.
You say, I know you learn from that. I get that. You can learn from that. But, Michael Carrick ain't Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
No, but no one thought Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was going to be Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Remember Rio's rant on the telly? You know,
yeah, but
everyone getting excited about it.
You can't make decisions based off, past situations that have happened. Like Michael Carrick's his own man. He's got a good team around him, decent people, good coaches.
Who said that about
They've
Ole?
got a good side. Like I was watching them tonight, and I was saying to you, I was like, when you look at this Man United team now, they're a good team.
They are a good team
and decent players.
They're absolutely right and all of that. But I don't know what United fans think, right? Because the conversation, you're right, will come up. But don't even think about making him your permanent manager anytime soon. Right now,
no, not yet.
I don't see the rush.
Would you, if they finished third, would you give him the job?
I think that conversation has to be held. Yeah, without doubt.
That's not the question.
Without doubt. Well, we'll see how they finish third. We'll see what happens.
No, I've asked. I just said to you, if they finish third, would you give them the job?
But you don't know how things are going to play. What other managers are available?
Just answer the question.
Well, I don't know.
How you don't know?
I don't know whether you're going to give them the job if they finish third. They might finish third. They might lose the last 4 games, mightn't they?
And finish third.
Well, we don't know.
What are you on about?
They might lose the last 4 games, like Ollie did, right? He had a terrible run. Once he signed that contract, he had a terrible end to the season. Things fell apart. Let's wait and see.
That's like...
No, it's the answer you're getting.
Well, it's just a cop-out
If you don't... No, it's not. Are you giving it him?
If he finishes third, yeah, I'd give him the job.
100%.
100%.
All right. What if they lose the last 4 games?
And finish third?
Yeah.
Well, that means they're fighting for the title.
They don't.
If they finish third and they've lost the last 4 games, that means they're fighting for the title.
No, it doesn't.
Well, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
It does.
What are you on about, Jace?
It does not. They're 13 points behind.
Yeah, and they lose the last 4 games and finish third.
Yeah, third, but they could finish 10 points behind. They could finish 12 points, 13 points, 14 points behind, couldn't they?
Yeah, but if they finish third, that means they've lost 12 points in the last 4 games.
What if they finish 20 points behind second?
Oh, well, then that's different. But
well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but they've had an unbelievable run if they finish third and they lose the last 4 games.
That's what I mean. All of a sudden, Villa could fall off a cliff. Chelsea could. Liverpool could.
Mate, honestly,
no, look, if you don't like the answer, don't ask the question. I think that conversation needs to be a place because depends who comes available, right? Depends who comes available in that. We don't know what might happen. I'm just saying.
Let's go to Bob. He's a Man United fan. Bob.
All right, Bob.
All right, boys.
All right,
I normally come on here bashing United, and this is music to talkSPORT's ears.
What do you mean?
Right. Sesko, what a player. No one's talking about this. He's Ruud van Nistelrooy in the making. And I tell you what's going to happen. You know, like when Ronaldo come back to United and Cavani give the number 7 shirt back over, well, Mason Mount is going to hand-deliver that number 7 to Sesko. Now, I find it insulting that before I come on, there was a presenter saying a £200 million goal. If Manchester City scored a goal or Arsenal, money wouldn't be mentioned, so that's an insult.
No, I don't think it is. No. I think it's
fact.
No, I think it's a good point worth making because all 3 of those players were signed in the summer and they've all underperformed really. But that pass from Cunha into Mbuemo and into Sesko, that was a brilliantly executed and taken goal. I don't know where you're getting all touchy.
I don't know. Mbumo's played great all season. Yeah. Sesko had a bit of a slow start, right? And now I'm seeing what can be made. The one-on-one with the goalkeeper, Ruud van Nistelrooy would have put that to bed. Now, if
I'll wait there because we've got to go to Jim Proudfoot. He is with Michael Carrick.
Yes, Manchester United manager Michael Carrick is with me. Michael, thank you very much for your time. It's a different type of win for you tonight.
Yeah, it feels good though. I have to say, I think I knew coming here it was going to be tough, you know. And the boys had to dig deep tonight. There was a lot of work to be done. There was a lot of sacrifice, and so we can play a lot better than that. We know that we have done, and we will do. But sometimes you got to find a way. And I thought the defensive side. Crosses at times, balls in the box, corners. I thought we defended the box incredibly well, and then that's what we always feel we've got a chance in the game, you know. And it was the perfect counter attack really in the moment when we needed it, and just a really good result for us. The boys have put so much into the game. We're delighted with it.
It was a very well taken goal by Benjamin Sesko again, so he's really weighing in with some important goals for you. Is that giving you something different to think about, or is he in danger of finding himself cast in the role that he is at the moment?
No, but listen, Ben's in a really good place at the moment. You know, we love him to bits. I think he's the way he works every day, his attitude to it. He wants to improve, wants to learn. I think part of our duty as well is to help him keep taking steps in the right direction, you know. And I think we're so quick to be quite extreme with players at times, and either so good or not so good. But I think managing that and keeping him on a good track and supporting him, and he'd be a big player, he'd be an important player here for a long time. I'm sure that, you know, he's got the attributes to do that, and he's a big part of that forward line. So he's certainly not here just to be a substitute, but recently he's made a huge impact for that, and credit to him, because we've obviously needed him.
You talked about the fact that it wasn't one of your best performances with the ball. What did you put that down to tonight? Was that down to Everton? Was that down to you guys not being quite at your level?
A bit of both. I think credit to Everton. I think they obviously come to make it difficult for us, and rightly so. That's we try to do the same to them, but probably our quality at times wasn't quite there. It's hard to be too critical of the boys, you know, but I think we know the boys feel that. Even we said at half time, you know, we can go up 2 or 3 levels, and we just couldn't quite find it at certain points, but at other times we did. So in the important part we did, and we made it count. And as I said, sometimes you've got to find a way, and it's not going to be perfect. And tonight, defending as we did, give us a chance. So 1-0 away from home here is a good result for us, and we're delighted with it.
And when clean sheets have been as hard to come by as they have historically over the last 12, 18 months, how important was it that you were able to win a game in that kind of manner, when in the last 20 minutes the 6-yard box was always heavily populated?
Yeah, that's just part of trying to make the steps of improvement, really, you know, and trying to help the boys and create that foundation for us to move forward. And as I said, it won't be perfect, you know. We've I don't know what it is, I don't even lost track of time now. It's 6, 7, 8 weeks, whatever it is now by now. But so there's always going to be things for us to improve on. But to have the run of games and the results that we've had, obviously there's a lot that the boys are doing really well. And what encourages me is that we've still got big kind of big layers and a lot of layers of improvement to make. So it puts us in a good spot.
As you say, it's been a few weeks. In some ways it will have gone very quickly. In other ways it will feel as though you've been in the job forever. What do you think the best decision that you have made so far has been?
No, it's not about me. I think it's the players have been fantastic. You know, the way they've applied themselves, the way they've invested in it, and more so tonight. I think when it's not quite coming easy, and it's not quite coming not quite coming easy, I guess, and you've got to find a way. So that's the spirit, hopefully, that we've built up, and the connection between each other, and the trust and that belief, and that in the end it comes out, and then that's what you get.
Michael, well done tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers. 16 points.
Michael Carrick there with Jim Proudfoot. He's done a good job, to be fair.
It's unbelievable. I just said to you when we listened to that, what do you reckon Amarin's thinking? He's seeing all these results rolling in, and now he's seeing a clean sheet rock up. Yeah. Amarin must be sitting somewhere thinking, how did I do so badly?
Well, he needs to look at himself in the mirror. Because his tactics, his formation, the way he spoke about things,
the way
his arrogance, his philosophy.
The players seem to love playing for Carrick. They seem to love playing.
Well, because he simplified it. Yeah. He's gone back to basics. 4-2-3-1. Decent players. You've got top players in that team. You know, you saw
the goal. The goal. That's a thing of beauty.
You know, Cunha and Buemo, Fernandes, Kobe Manu back in. Sesko up front. He's a good player. It's not rocket science. Fair play to Carrick. He's done a really good job. But Amarin must be sitting there thinking, I've made a fool of myself.
Yeah, that's a tough
one. Because this Man United team, this ain't a Man United team who are we're in a bad spot like Tottenham with bad players. These are good players. These are top players. Just getting coached wrong. So fair play to Carrick. He's done a really good job. I'm happy for him. And
he looks like he's going to win Manager of the Month, right?
Well, he deserves it.
First time he comes in at United, win Manager of the Month. Mind you, didn't Amorim win it? Didn't he?
No.
Didn't he win it at some stage this season?
Amorim.
Didn't he string a couple together?
No.
No?
No, I'm not having Amorim one.
No, you're probably right.
No chance.